What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're gonna do it. We're gonna erase one of the worst trades in NBA history, I would say. I don't know if you can go that far, but yeah, this trade for the Lakers has been a disaster. We knew it wasn't a good fit when they initially did it, and after last night's game or yesterday's game, if you watched it, Lakers fans are not happy with Russell Westbrook right now. So today we're going to rewrite history and never make that trade. We're going to do a never trading for Russell Westbrook Lakers rebuild today. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated on the road to 30,000 subs. And your support, like I said, helps that go out a ton. Lakers fans, if you're watching this, what kind of panic level are you at right now with this team? The Lakers had no business losing that game yesterday with it being like 102 to 97 or something like that down the stretch, like a minute 52 left. I thought for sure the Lakers had that game, and then Russell Westbrook kind of happened. He took a mid-range shot with 18 seconds left on the shot clock, and the Blazers ended up winning, which obviously I'm a Blazer fan, so I'm happy about that. But I can't help but notice how down bad Lakers fans are right now with Russell Westbrook. So we're rewriting history. So as you can see, he's not on the roster. So instead, you're back when they had Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma. So this roster is back, and we're going to do something different. So never trading for Russell Westbrook, Lakers rebuild, because obviously this next season they don't make the playoffs. And then this season so far, they're 0-3. So hopefully we can kind of rewrite history for this Lakers squad. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's go to the lottery. Have no idea what the lottery even looks like at this point. I mean, this is from back then, obviously. So Sacramento, number 1. Pelicans get number 2. And then the Magic get number 3. So that might be Cade Cunningham headed to Sacramento. And then you got like maybe the Pelicans drafting Jalen Green. So that could be really scary, to be honest with you. We still have our pick in this draft, which is nice. We still have Kyle Kuzma under contract. So there's still moves to be made here to do something different other than go for Russell Westbrook. So we do have Frank Vogel as head coach. So we're going to go ahead and fill this out as much as we can. We're going to get the Utah Jazz's head coach to be our perimeter defensive coach here. And then I'm going to fill this out, and we can start to look for actual trades that we should make. Maybe we still do the Buddy Hield trade that they were about to do before they pivoted to Russell Westbrook. But we'll see. You see this, man? This could be you right here. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every day. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and you basically get to choose 2 to 5 players, and you choose over or under on their props that they give you. You pretty much have every sport you can imagine on here. But let's say I wanted to go ahead and put a bet on Mitchell and Joel Embiid. I want to go more and more on them. If I get it right, I 3 times my money. Let's say I want to go up to 5 players, which is the most you can go up to. You can go more or more on all of them, and that's going to 10 times your money. I started with $100, and so far I'm up to $500. I've been having a ton of fun over here on Prize Picks. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables or matching deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. If you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. Back to the rebuild. So obviously this was the initial trade that was going to go down. It was going to be like Kyle Kuzma and Montrezl Harrell for Buddy Hield. So I'm going to try to make this happen with Marc Gasol in the trade. So Kyle Kuzma, Marc Gasol for Buddy Hield. They do agree to that. So just like that, Buddy Hield is on the roster instead, and I love that for the Lakers. So he's going to be the perfect fit next to LeBron, which we all thought was the case back then. Still should have made that trade back then, obviously. There's still time to maybe trade Russell Westbrook, obviously, this season if they really feel up to doing that. I'm sure most Lakers fans would want Russell Westbrook gone, man. I was listening to one of those Twitter spaces yesterday with Lakers fans in it, and man, were they just not happy with Russell Westbrook. So looking at this draft class, we do have some duplicates of players that shouldn't be here, but that's just 2K for you. But I'm looking at Trey Murphy here, and I definitely want to grab him here. He's a really nice 3-point shooter. I think he'd honestly be perfect next to a guy like LeBron. So let's get Trey Murphy with his 22nd overall pick, and let's be very, very happy about that. So just like that, Trey Murphy and Buddy Hield, he's a 72 overall, so maybe he won't be good right away, but happy to have him regardless. Montrezl Harrell actually declines his player option, which is fine. And qualifying offers, you have THT and Devontae. And then is Alex Caruso somebody that the Lakers, or was he already gone before? Is this the Alex Caruso offseason? It might have been. I don't remember, to be honest with you. So I don't see him right now. But that's somebody we definitely could take a look at and maybe get him back if he's out here. I don't know. I feel like this is when he left them. Let me see where Caruso is at. So Alex Caruso, let's go take a look. He's a free agent. He doesn't even want that much money. But yeah, I think most Lakers fans would love to still have had him. I think we do resign Dennis Schroeder. He obviously folded the bag in real life. You got Andre Drummond, who wants $24 million. Montrezl Harrell, who wants $14 million. That's insane. I am going to give Dennis Schroeder a 4-year deal to stay a Laker. But other than that, I don't know if I can go too crazy. I mean, I could sign Drummond to that much money, but that sounds kind of crazy. So Schroeder would be our point guard. You'd have Buddy Hield and then KCP as of right now. LeBron James, AD, and Trey Murphy. And then we don't have a center at all. And then KCP, I mean, maybe we could find a way to trade him for a center potentially. Because he's a 74 overall. Maybe we could do that. We'll see. Brent Forbes is here. I don't want to pay Drummond that much money. I think we do have to get Montrezl Harrell back because we don't have a center option at all. So it'd be better to have him than not, just to let him go. So I'm going to get Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell. Drummond signed for that much money is something that probably wouldn't happen. I think that's just a little too crazy. I don't think anyone's giving that kind of money. Yes, I could go over I have his bird rights and I can sign him that much money, but that is just crazy. I don't think that ever would have happened, so I'm not giving him that much money. It just seems super unrealistic for me to do, so I'm not going to do that. Bielitsa, you got James Ennis as a free agent. We need to get somebody. You have Abel Nader, man. These are some names I haven't seen in a while. Brent Forbes also could be another guy, like another good replacement for, obviously, once we trade KCP, if we do. And then Alex Caruso, let's get him back as well to remain a Laker this time around. And then THT is still out there as well, but it doesn't look like I could just sign him back. I kind of need to make sure first and foremost that I get him back on his qualifying offer, unless it's going to let me offer him a contract, but it doesn't look like it. There he is. So can I just offer him a contract? No, it's not going to let me. So I have to wait for him to come back with his qualifying offer. But other than that, we can make a trade potentially for like a center. So Devontae, THT are back. So player progression, you got LeBron going down, AD going down, Schroeder, Buddy Hield's going down. So the roster's starting to go down. But the roster this roster looks way better on paper than obviously having Russell Westbrook. We do need a center because I don't want to have to start Montrezl Harrell full time. So I think we do have to trade KCP because he's making $13 million. And then THT can maybe be part of the trade. And then hopefully Trey Murphy could develop for us. We got Devontae here. We could maybe throw in a trade. So let's even get like a good center for, whatever it may be, making around $13 million. I wonder if we get a KCP for Jakob Poeltl trade going. I definitely would love Jakob Poeltl as a really good rim protector next to AD. So if we can go ahead and make this trade happen, that would be amazing. They don't agree to that. Do I even have a draft pick that I could throw in here? That's going to be a interesting question. I can throw my 2025 draft pick. They don't agree to that. It looks like if I try to throw in another player, they just don't have the money to take it. So Devontae's probably not going to get it done. You got Drew Eubanks, who's the Spurs or who's the Blazers backup center now. But yeah, I mean, unless if I could throw in all my seconds, I don't see how this is going to go through. So all this for, okay. So just like that, we got Jakob Poeltl. So that is your roster. Instead of having Russell Westbrook, this could be the roster you could have went in with, maybe, potentially, something like this. AD, Jakob Poeltl, Montrezl Harrell, LeBron James, THT, Buddy Hield, Brent Forbes, and you have Schroeder still and Alex Caruso. So yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of like this roster way better than having Russell Westbrook, and then the spacing just be terrible, and no one respects Russell Westbrook on the outside. Unfortunately, that's just how it is now. That's literally what the Blazers' game plan yesterday was, to leave Russell Westbrook open. He took some shots he shouldn't have, and that's all she wrote, of course, yesterday. So let's go into this next season with our head held high. This is what your rotation is going to look like. They want to start Caruso, which is interesting. So it's Caruso, Buddy Hield, LeBron, AD, Jakob Poeltl, Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, THT, and then Brent Forbes. That's actually a really damn good bench. It really sucks Trey Murphy's not getting minutes right away. Proficiency is a defense, which is why Caruso is out there. I think I'd rather obviously have probably Dennis Schroeder out there over Caruso, but I mean, if they still want to start Caruso after this, that's fine. Frank Vogel, of course, ended up getting fired for Darvin Ham because Frank Vogel was the first scapegoat, and then next it's going to be Russell Westbrook, of course. So you got Dennis Schroeder, Hield, LeBron, AD, Jakob Poeltl, Montrezl Harrell, THT, Brent Forbes, and Caruso. So really loving this bench. Proficiency-wise, it is a 3.5 balance. Can we be 4-star anywhere? We cannot. So let's go ahead and celebrate this season now that we've kind of done a different, route other than going for Russell Westbrook. We're going to see how this roster does, and hopefully this team can come out here and win a championship with LeBron and AD. Remember, this is the year they didn't even make the playoffs, so let's hopefully get something better than that. So Luka Doncic wins MVP. That still remains the same. You got Deion Smith winning Rookie of the Year, whoever that is. Obviously, that draft class I loaded in was kind of trash, but defense player goes to Giannis. Achua is your most improved, and Tyronn Lue is your Coach of the Year, and that is with the Clippers. You got executive year go to Joshua with the Clippers as well. All-NBA first team got Luka, Trae Young, Giannis, AD, and Jokic. So AD making All-NBA first team is obviously a sight Lakers fans would love to see. All-NBA second team, you do have Russell Westbrook still making it with Washington Wizards, man. I get Russell Westbrook is the way he is, but I do feel bad for the man. He definitely makes some dumb decisions, don't get me wrong, but I really wish he was never traded to LA because I really don't know where his career goes from here. I don't know if he's going to allow himself to be a bench player going forward, because I don't really know if he'll ever get a starting situation anywhere else after this year. It's going to be really interesting to see where it goes, man. Him going to LA was the worst possible thing that could have happened to him. It was just, I really wish he would have just stayed in DC, man. Just really unfortunate. LeBron James, All-NBA second team, 19 points as well, 35% from three. And here's All-NBA third team, All-Defense first team, and All-Defense second team. So not too bad. AD making it is really nice. We are the first seed in the Western Conference, which is nice. And I don't know if you guys have already noticed, this is NBA 2K22. It's pretty much the same damn thing. We're in my NBA. Obviously, I went with this route by doing this videos because everything is going to be completely accurate instead of trying to load a draft, trying to load a roster in NBA 2K23 created by somebody that might be a little bit off. But obviously the draft class was still off, so maybe I didn't accomplish my goal. But AD 24, 20 from LeBron, 17 from Buddy Hield, and then 17 from Dennis Schroeder, 15 from Montrezl Harrell, then 7.5 from Ben Forbes, 6 and 9, and also 1.6 blocks from Pirtle, so not too bad. And then 4 from THT, and then 4 from Caruso. So not too bad. We are the first seed, like I said, and we get the Minnesota Timberwolves in round 1. So it's kind of interesting to also see what these rosters look like compared to what they look like now. So you have D'Lo, Edwards, Josh Okogie, Vanderbilt, Towns. So obviously you don't have Gobert and Towns here right now. Naz Reid, you have don't know who that is. It's probably a rookie that's just stupid good for some reason. But regardless, game 1, we're up 1-0. We beat them by 20. Game 2, up 2-0. Game 3, up 3-0. So far, so good. And hey, no 8 seed upsets so far. That's great. So we get the Pelicans around 2. Pelicans, really good team, and they don't have CJ McCollum now. So CJ McCollum is not here yet. They did draft Jalen Green, though, with that second overall pick, I believe they had. So that's good for them. But hopefully we could beat them and move on to the Western Conference Finals to play either Dallas or Portland. So here we go. Game 1, we're down 1-0 to Zion and the Pelicans. Game 2, even it up. Game 3, they're up 2-1. So it doesn't even matter if they have CJ or not. They're going to be good. They're up 3-2 on us. Not great. So Zion and the Pelicans, man. Man, they don't even have CJ and they're about to beat me here in 6. Can we please come back and maybe force a game 7? This is a back and forth game. If I could ever see one. Can we hang on to the lead this time? Holy moly. Wow, that was as close as it could be. We got the Portland Trailblazers upsetting the Mavericks. And then you get... Wow, okay. So game 7, I think I got to go down to an 8-man rotation, don't I? 8-man rotation. LeBron and AD are tired. You got no gas. Well, you're playing 41 minutes. I get you guys are up there in age, but hey, we need you now more than ever in this game 7 in LA to move on to the Western Conference Finals. Hey, this is already better than, obviously what they finished in real life was not making the playoffs, but still, so far, so good. But the Pelicans are sneaking back into it. It is really close. I don't like this. Please take the lead back, and it is just the Pelicans, man. Pelicans don't even have a CJ yet, and they're just so overpowered. They beat us in game 7. Zion is just that dude. Okay, so I want to look at the Blazers, man. So obviously the Blazers, so it's still Dame, still CJ, Norman Powell, Robert Covington. Man, was this team a disaster. It was just, the injuries obviously didn't help the Dame, but man, Norman Powell, Robert Covington, those two guys on them. They're both in LA, obviously with the Clippers, and they just, I don't know. And Portland, they just did not look good. But semi playoffs, we got the Blazers of all teams going on with the championship. Foreshadowing probably in real life so far because, they're 3-0. Maybe they go on to win it all this year. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go that far, but hey, it's been fun so far. But we got another offseason in our books. Dwight Howard retires a Blazer, which is weird. Lou Williams, Paul Millsap retires. But yeah, let's get another offseason under our books. I like where we finished, but obviously not the result we were looking for. The Pelicans are just too good. So we're looking at another trade here, and this would be me sending Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, Trey Murphy in a second over to the Spurs for DeMar DeRozan and a 2023 first-round pick. I know the Blazers, or not, what am I saying? I know the Lakers were supposed to get DeMar DeRozan as well. That never ended up happening. I don't know if I would love DeMar DeRozan's fit on the Lakers, but we can't deny how good DeMar DeRozan is in real life in Chicago right now. So yes, I could do this trade. I'd be giving up a lot of my depth, but man, it would be getting DeMar DeRozan. And we get a very valuable unprotected first-round pick out of it as well that we can maybe flip in another trade. So you know what? Let's go ahead and make this trade happen. We are giving up quite a bit of depth. Trey Murphy wasn't even playing in a rotation, but getting DeMar DeRozan is going to be that big 3 kind of guy we're looking for. So DeMar DeRozan is going to be playing small forward for us, while LeBron James will probably move to point guard, and you'll still have Buddy Hield. Now, the spacing, like I said, will be a little interesting with DeMar DeRozan out there, but I'm willing to, live with it and kind of see how it goes for us. So LeBron will be playing point guard for us, and then we can still make another trade potentially, which hopefully can maybe result in a really good addition maybe somewhere else with that Spurs unprotected. So let me see what it would get me right now. So if we look at the Spurs unprotected right now, and then we throw it out there, we get the 18th overall pick in this draft. and get Xavier Tillman. Maybe it's not worth doing something like that. Kendrick Williams, maybe we should throw him in a trade. We get the 9th overall pick in this draft. So yeah, this pick is valuable, but we probably have to wait. Probably can't trade it right now. So we don't have a pick in this draft. So just go straight to player options and see what we got going on. So nothing here. Qualifying offers. THT is a free agent. He's a restricted free agent still. So I think a sign and trade should be in order for THT, although it still says I can't sign him to a contract, which is really annoying. But we do have money to sign at least like a bench player. So Caruso, you have Buddy Hield, Brent Forbes. I said I'd be moving LeBron to point guard, so I was Caruso back up LeBron. You have Buddy Hield, Brent Forbes still here, AD and Jakob Poeltl. So I think we should be looking for a good backup small forward, maybe. I mean, just kind of depends what we could find. So Daniel Tice, and then you got like Whiteside, Al Horford, Noah Vonleh, Dwayne Dedman, which Vonleh's been solid with Boston, which I love to see. Ty Jerome, though, is probably my best option here. 79 overall. I'll go ahead and give him a contract. Ty Jerome to LA. We love to see it. So we'll sign him to a deal. We have a $4 million trade exception with KCP. So that might be something we could also take advantage as well. Maybe there's a guy out there making around $4 million. That would be the perfect fit. We can get Juan Toscano to LA a little bit early. And then again, I would love to be able to sign THT to a contract because I would honestly probably do a sign and trade with him right now. I would. He got like 13 million in real life, didn't he? So I feel like that could give me something. And look, he's expected 13 million, but it's not letting me sign him. That's so annoying. Okay. Maybe we still do it. I don't know. So we got to find a way. I want to get better somehow. Where do we go? So DeMar DeRozan, I love that. Buddy Hield, love that. Jerome, really nice bench addition. And they got Caruso. So maybe we don't even need to move. No, we do. We need to have Ty Jerome play backup point guard. And then maybe we can move Brent Forbes and play Caruso at the 2. Something like that. And then we could use KCP's trade exception. Maybe we can find someone making around 8 million or something. I'm going to try to snag Mo Bamba from the Orlando Magic to be my backup center or even starting center. I think he'd be really good depth at the center position. So I'm offering this 2026 unprotected. They don't agree to that, which is fair. I do have to throw in my trade exception as well. A second. And then I would be willing to throw in my Pelicans pick as well. And they agree. So just like that, we get Mo Bamba. We're going all in on this roster right now. So Mo Bamba, backup center to Jakob Poeltl, so I like that a lot. So now once THT comes back, he kind of has a role here potentially at like, or we could, honestly, what we could do, there's a number of things we could do, but I probably won't do that. Never mind. I'm just going to wait for THT, and I think that'll be our last addition, and then I'm going to move LeBron to point guard, and we're rolling with DeMar DeRozan, LeBron, Buddy Hield, AD, and then, you know, obviously Mo Bamba and Jakob Poeltl. So THT is back, Devontae is back, and then play progression. You have DeMar DeRozan going down to an 80, which not really what I wanted to see, to be honest with you. It actually is really unfortunate to see that. Maybe the trade deadline, if he is sucking really badly, we throw him in that Spurs pick and then get whatever we can out of it, I guess, if it's just a disaster. But hey, I was looking to get the DeMar DeRozan we've seen in real life lately, so that was kind of my game plan for that. But let's move LeBron to point guard. Let's look at the rotation. So LeBron James, Buddy Hield, DeMar DeRozan. You have AD, Mo Bamba, Jakob Poeltl, Ty Jerome, THT, and then Juan Toscano if we have him out there for a 9-man rotation, or Caruso as well, either way. But like I said, if things are a disaster, the trade deadline, then yeah, look for me to flip the Spurs pick with DeMar DeRozan or something like that, because he's making the most money that's expendable. But I would love, you know, for DeMar DeRozan to be really good for us. Like I said, if he's not, he's making 27 million. I still might trade him regardless, because if we can get a better overall, then, you know, let's just take a look. Let's preview it right now. I won't make the trade yet, but if we did, hypothetically, which this pick is probably going to get worse if we wait, but let's just hypothetically throw the Spurs pick out there. Let's see what our options are. So Gordon Hayward, Jeremy Grant, OG Anunoby, Schroeder, Malik Beasley. I'm not going to lie to you. None of these trades impressed me all that much. So hopefully DeMar DeRozan is just that guy for us and things just go well for us. So Trae Young wins MVP. Paulo Banchero on the Utah Jazz is your rookie of the year. Kemba Walker's your 6th man at OKC. Giannis defensive player, Allen Fredson, I don't know who that is, most improved. Navy Miller coach of the year, and then Christopher Bell is your executive. So that's the Hawks. Shout out to the Hawks, who probably don't have Trae Young. Luka Doncic, Giannis, or who do not, probably don't have DeJounte Murray, I was trying to say. I don't know why I said no Trae Young. All NBA second team. You have AD making it, and then you have LeBron making it still, which is nice. All defense first team and all defense second team. So we got DeMar DeRozan. We ended up as the 2nd seed in the West, which is nice. The Pelicans are the number 1 seed. So we had 23 from LeBron, 22 from AD, and then 20 from DeMar DeRozan. So kind of DeMar DeRozan we wanted. Then 17 from Buddy Hield, 9 from Jerome, 9 from Mo Bamba, 6 from Jakob Poeltl, then 5, and then he had 3. So not too bad. Hopefully, this leads to a championship here. We get the Denver Nuggets in round 1. They have Boyd, they have Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, Michael Green, Jokic, JB Weber, and Monte Morris. So game 1, we're down 1-0. Not a great start. We do even it up, though. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Game 4, up 3-1, and we beat them in 5. Let's go. So we're moving on. And now we get the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Pelicans almost lose to the Mavericks. Would have loved if the Mavericks pulled that off, but unfortunately, they could not. They had Trey Burke starting at shooting guard, which is interesting. But now we get the Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies have John Morant, Duncan Robinson, Brooks, Lauri Markkanen, Chet Holmgren. So they have Markkanen and Chet. They no longer have Jaren Jackson, which is interesting. Wait, was Jaren? No, never mind. I don't know what I was about to say. So game 1, we're up 1-0. Good start. Game 2, they even it up. John Morant's going to be tough to beat. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Game 4, they win. Game 5, can we win, please? Yes, we do. Beat them in 6. Yes, we do. We're back in the Western Conference Finals. Kind of hoping we don't have to play the Pelicans, and we do. So we have to get through Zion and the Pelicans, and they have Kyra Lewis. They have Jalen Green, who's developed now. They have Colin Malone, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Otto Porter, Mark Williams. So unfortunately for us, this will be a tough matchup. If we end up losing to the Pelicans, I might call it GG's because we're not going to be able to take down Zion and the Pelicans if that's going to be the case. He's going to be a free agent this offseason, but he's going to resign, and that's just going to be it. So game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, even it up, though, so we're not done yet. LeBron is not losing to Zion 2 in a row. Game 3, we're up 2-1. Okay. 41, 10, and 7. DeMar DeRozan, 23. Buddy Hield with 28. Buddy Hield, why don't you splash on your former team 3-1, and we beat them in 5. Let's go, baby. We're in the NBA Finals to play the Atlanta Hawks, who have Bogdan, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Capella. They have Jabari Smith Jr. as well. So this is MVP Trae Young, by the way, as well. But here we go. Game 1, up 1-0. Game 2, up 2-0. Did we do it? Game 3, and let's go, baby. We rewrote history. We got LeBron James the championship he was looking for. We did it with the Los Angeles Lakers with DeMar DeRozan and Buddy Hield. It's almost like the Lakers should have done that in the past, man. That's exactly what the game plan was going to be if they didn't get Russell Westbrook. I think it sounded like they were going to get DeMar and Buddy Hield in that offseason. Instead, they went with Russell Westbrook. We can only imagine what that would have looked like. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this was on NBA 2K22 today, but I'll be back on 2K23 tomorrow. I just kind of wanted to do this video based off what we saw yesterday. If you watched the Lakers and Blazers game yesterday, you know why I did this video. But thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.